Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Don't you want your leaders, politicians, whomever they are over there, appointed officials or elected officials, to tell the truth? Don't you want them to be honest? Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of like impossible. So we have here an article where we have the German spies issue a warning over Russian pranksters. So we have intelligence officials in Germany. They are encouraging or warning, advising personalities or politicians, in case they are pranked by two Russians, they should lie. They should not tell the truth. I'm going to show you, this is my interpretation of this. Let me show you this article coming from Russia Today. This is from November 17th, 2023. Maybe you're familiar with these two guys, Russian pranksters Vovan Vladimir Kuznetsov and Lexus Alexei Stolyarov. They interviewed a lot of idiots in the West. It was Angela Merkel, it was Hollande, the former president of France, it was Poroshenko, the former Ukrainian president, or the president of Ukraine, and many. And they said, in Meloni, the prime minister of France, not yet, of Italy, Giorgia Meloni, and they asked questions. They pretended they're someone else. They also did, what's his name, that American, what the hell is his name? I will remember it. Former Secretary of State and Henry Kissinger, Jesus Christ, but he's American anyway. Kissinger, and they made these guys, all these idiots, say things that otherwise they would not say. So they were sincere. And intelligence officers, the spies in Germany, they warn these guys, but they don't tell the truth. If someone asks you questions, lie. They just, let me show you. German spies issue warning over Russian pranksters. Bild. So this is German tabloid, Bild. Intelligence, they encourage them to lie. Intelligence officials in Berlin have reportedly accused Moscow of using impersonators to discredit Western governments. But if these guys tell the truth, that means they lie. So it's like these guys are pointing a finger at the Russians because they get their politicians to tell the truth. It's like you're a whistleblower, and I have an article like this. A whistleblower, like in Australia, a whistleblower showed up that the special forces of Australia committed some war crimes in the Middle East during those campaigns of blah blah blah, and the guy who was the whistleblower, got information. He gets now sentenced, and I think he gets convicted for telling the truth, that those guys did not tell the truth. The government did not tell the truth. Without him, we wouldn't have known, per se, I mean, we can assume, but we couldn't have known that these guys committed war crimes over there. But we're going to put this in jail. That means don't do it, because if you do it, that's where you're going to end up. Assange is another example. And Snowden, another example. German officials have been warned to be on their guard against Russian pranksters when answering phone calls, Bild has reported. If you're so dumb that you don't realize and you say such an idiotic things, you should not be where you are, in the position of leadership. Or tell the truth. But they say, no, don't tell the truth. The Russian will use the truth. We have to lie. Collective lying. Jesus Christ. The media outlet cited a memo from a federal office for the protection of the Constitution. So they protect the Constitution by telling these guys, don't be truthful. Which claims Moscow was using impersonators to undermine Western governments using their own words. You can make shit up, man. This is the other way around here. Several top-ranking European officials, including Latvian Foreign Minister and Italian Prime Minister Meloni, have fallen for prank calls by Russian duo in recent months, during which the politicians revealed their thoughts on sensitive topics, such as the Ukraine conflict. That means they said something that we're not supposed to say. We were not supposed to hear that, but they said it. Dumb? In a report on Tuesday, Bild claimed to have seen a warning directed by the German domestic intelligence services, that would be FBI, to the mayor of Hamburger, and senators, urging them to take precautionary, and I'm quoting, measures against a current Russian disinformation campaign. How is that disinformation if you tell something and these guys say, this guy said that? How is that disinformation? Are the pranksters lying? Only like that could be disinformation. But then why do you warn your idiots? So they don't interview with anybody? Maybe. The outlet further quoted an anonymous BFV officer, that's the intelligence, blah, 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 in Germany, so probably Bundes, whatever, blah, 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 as saying that, and I'm quoting, the faking of false identities is used deliberately to spread false information and publicly make Western politicians look like fools. No, they make themselves look like fools because they're fools. So they say, no, be careful, don't be fools. These guys are going to have you say stupid stuff because you are tards. Bill's source went on to claim that, and I'm quoting, this is part of the Russian Secret Service strategy. Like what? Having you tell the truth and telling us? Is that what it is? So you warn your idiots that don't tell the truth when never keep your mouth shut, because these guys are going to use what you say and we're going to spread it to others like us, and we're going to find out that you guys are weasels. Now, as I told you many times, it seems like you and I, maybe you don't, but I and others, we are fed this thing of telling the truth, be truthful, be fair, share, be respectful, respect the elder, get in, and be organized, don't break the law, blah, 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 blah. But these guys are saying it as a policy. Don't do that. Lie. And you have to tell that to an adult who's in a position of a politician or whatever you are? Do you think that he's not an expert? He's an expert in lying probably, but he's dumb. So dumb people don't know how to lie, very well or very good. Let's move on here. On Tuesday, Vovan and Lexus, real names Vladimir Kuznetsov and Alexei Stolyarov, published a recording of a video call they had held with Latvian Foreign Minister Karins, who had previously served as Prime Minister, posting as a senior African official. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that Foreign Minister? So he dealt with international, he fell for that. And these guys played as African official. Can you imagine how these two white dudes played in, African something? I can only imagine. I can play it here for you, but I think it's going to be like a call this way. Anyway, who had previously served as Prime Minister, posting as senior African official. The pair asked the diplomat about topics including Western support for Ukraine. Karins, right here, this is the weasel. This is the guy who fell for it, right here. Only. It says here, EU nations not happy about paying for Ukraine, Latvian Foreign Minister. That's what it was. So it says here that Karins acknowledged that most European nations are, and quoting, not happy about the high price they are paying for Kiev's defense, claiming, however, that the general consensus is that there is no other option. So he's telling the truth, and we're not supposed to hear that. Definitely not the Russians, like they're idiots that don't know. But you fall for that? The Latvian Foreign Minister later confirmed that Karins has been pranked. Not pranked. He was made to tell the truth. And that's a problem, it seems like. The Russian comedians also recently spoke with the Prime Minister of neighboring Estonia, Kaja Kallas. The pair's prank call with Italian Prime Minister Meloni, dating from late September but made public in early November, perhaps gained the most media attention. Meloni. Meloni, yeah, ristorante, yeah. In the conversation, the Italian leader admitted there was, and I'm quoting, a lot of fatigue with the Ukraine conflict, arguing that it was near, and I'm quoting, the moment in which everybody understands that we need a way out, end quote. That's what, she said something she was not supposed to. Very smart, Meloni. According to Italian media, Meloni was furious after discovering she had been duped. Who are your guys around you that take the phone calls and you don't get it? I'm going to call you and I'm going to say that I'm from what? I'm Africa. According to Italian media, Meloni was furious after discovering she was being duped. Because she's duped. There's dupe. And later insisted her remarks were essentially nothing new. I know, but you said it. That's the problem. We all see that the emperor has no clothes, but you're not supposed to say it out loud. A diplomatic advisor to Meloni's office did, however, step down earlier this month, with the prime minister blaming the incident on a superficiality in proceeding. All right, my friends. So these guys are trying to save their own idiots from telling the truth. They probably should not be there. But this is the level of our democracies. If you allow this kind of imbeciles, and the foreign minister was appointed, by the way. So Meloni at least won an election as a party and so on, and then she was appointed as the prime minister, being part of the, Fratelli Mattarelli Capalelli, Italia Fratelli something like that. Anyway, not Berlusconi, and not was the third one the same, Berlusconi, Meloni, and Paraloni. I don't know. I can't remember his name. I haven't heard from him or about him for some time. So anyway, you need to protect these guys. So that's partly why the democratic system as is right now promotes imbeciles most of the time. Look at the US government and you look at them, take them one by one. We're familiar with them. If you want the British government, we can go with that. If you want the German government, we can go. German government, Baerbock, infantile. What's his name? The chancellor, bad dude. Like, let's say a little bit higher, let's say 87 IQ. Baerbock definitely below 86. Then you got what? Pistorius, the defense minister. Again, he's is paid by others. Again, he's about 87 IQ. All right. Then you got to what? To Great Britain. Remember Liz Truss, Lizard, Lazy, Lizzie Truss. Oh my God. She was the foreign minister. Remember when she went to Moscow and spoke with Lavrov, and Lavrov said, well, how about this? And he put a region, a Russian region. It was what about this? Will be Russian? And she said that we will never accept that to be Russian. And her ambassador, Liz, that's Russian, is being Russian. She didn't know shit, but the first impulse, we will never agree that region to be Russian. Thinking that she talks about, I don't know, Luhansk, Donetsk, Crimea, Kherson. And that, I said, holy moly macaroni, you don't know shit. You just jump on it. And then that's Liz. And then Liz Truss was foreign minister, and then she was the prime minister of Great Britain for some time. Then you got Sunak, never impressed. Then you got Cleverly, not impressed. Now they got Cameron, a failed prime minister, appointed as a foreign minister. What's going on here? They just rotate these guys, and now your turn, let me spread my legs, and then you, and it's like a revolving door. Don't you have anybody better? Where's that Moss, whatever his name is? I like that guy from Great Britain. And where's the socialist, communist, whatever his name is? Jesus Christ, I can't remember his name now. The guy that's always accused of anti-Semitism and promoting this and that. The communist, I can't remember his. George Galloway. Yes. George Galloway, right? George, yes, with glasses, with a hat. Yeah, that's a good guy. And then Moss, I think that's how you pronounce, blah, 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 deep Moss. A tall guy and with glasses and talks like this, and he's very, you know who that is. Those guys, why not those guys? You got Corbyn and others. Anyway, you got United States of America, you got Biden. I don't need to go over there. You got Kamala. You don't need to go over there. You got what? Kirby. You got Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre Belmondo, what's her name? The White House spokes, I don't know what person. She's dumb as a rock. And then you got what? Psaki. Remember the Jen Psaki? Let me circle back to you. Shut up. Don't circle back to you. Gum straight. Oh my God. Oh, you want to go first? Sullivan, another weasel. You got Blinken, maybe 87 IQ. I tell you a smart one. That's Victoria Nuland, but she's not ours. That's theirs. All right. So who else? I can go to Lloyd Austin, the defense minister or secretary of defense of U.S. He's an imbecile, but hey, he makes a lot of money. He's in power. He was on the board of director of Raytheon, and now he's taken from there, put in the government and the top position. There you have it. Democracy for you, U.S. style. And you got what? The other one, remember Mark Milley? I'm an angry man, I'm a white man, angry. Shut up. He called the Chinese when it was the January 6th. If something happens, it was not going to be anything or something. Or it was, I can't remember when he called the Chinese counterpart again. And who you do have now? I don't know that guy, but it's concerning to me, because I made that. So this is democracy for you. You got Macron, who passed the pension reform on his own, with his own signature, didn't allow the parliament to vote for it. Yeah, well, why not Miss, what's her name? Le Pen. How about the Le Pen family? Oh, no, Le Pen. And you got that guy from Algeria, a little guy, right? You know that guy, Zelensky Stein? In France, I'm talking. So you tell me, which ones, where are they? You have an Orban. Oh my God, now Orban. You got the Giarto, Peter Giarto, foreign minister of Hungary. Great, fantastic guy. And you got even the Poles. With the Poles, have more reason than these guys. More common sense. I'm not saying they're the last ones, but at least the Poles have balls. These guys have nothing. Not even in their mouth. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.